Good morning, everyone. It's Lonnie. It is Monday morning. We are in the shed, and I've got a mess going here. This is all the stuff, that bag, that box, and those two bags over there that I already have going out. It was a good weekend. I have a few more things I need to pull and pack that sold yesterday. I've been kind of packing as I go along this weekend. I did want to mention this one order that I pulled yesterday. I got a message on this eBay account, and it turns out that this Defender game was from a viewer. So thanks a lot. It's going out to Mike. I appreciate it. It's coming to you. I hope you enjoy it. Sometimes, like the viewer sales, the way I normally know it's a viewer sale is there's a place to put notes in, I think, with your payment, and people will typically put it there. But sometimes some people will buy the thing and then send a message later, and that's what happened with that one. So thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. There were a lot of good questions in the last video, which I always appreciate. Some of them I don't know the answer to. But one of them that I do know the answer to, somebody asked how I ship vinyl records. And I don't ship a ton of vinyl records, but I have been shipping a pretty good many Laserdisc. I use these. These are, I've talked about them before, but I know not everybody has seen every video, so sometimes it helps to go over stuff. These are these vinyl mailers right here, and they're not really that cheap. They're like 40 something to 50 cents a piece, in quantities of 100. I think I have a link down below. I'll try and put it if I don't already have it. But yeah, these are cool because, like, see, there's different fold points on these perforations, so different thicknesses. Like you can do 1, 2, 3 records, whatever. There are also, for shipping records, if you want to, you can use these stiffeners, which are basically just one square piece of cardboard that you put in there first, and then you put your record down, and then you fold it up, and that protects it even more. I have shipped, I'm not like a big vinyl seller, but I've shipped a pretty good bit of vinyl, and I've shipped quite a few Laserdisc. Probably 40 or so, I guess, maybe 50 Laserdisc. Never had the first complaint about any of that. I love these boxes, and they do cost a little money, but what you spend in money you get back in time, because it's like pop, 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 and you're done. You know, you're not screwing around with trying to Frankenbox something together or whatever. That's how I do vinyl. All right, just another thing or two to pull. I've got to, I think it's this one. I'm looking for Flounder's Fandango. I think this is it. Pop it open real quick, take a look. Yep, Flounder's Fandango, that's what this is. So this actually sold. I did something I've never done before. I think maybe I've done it once before from the phone, but I sent out 200 offers to watchers, and I think I sold like 2 things from it last night. I offered 10% off, and this is one of those things. $58.49 plus shipping on top. The other interesting thing is this one is going to Germany via simple export rate is how I'm going to ship it. So I think this is the third one that's going international from that lot of, I think I had 15 figures back there. So far 3 have sold, 2 to Germany, and 1, I can't remember where the other one went. Was it Canada? So, but I can tell you, this is kind of important, because when I was selling, I used to sell a lot of figurines. I bought a bunch one time, but I actually found that a lot of those figures would go to Germany. So Germany, I think, is a good market for selling figurines. So again, this is one where the buyer was concerned about the packaging, which I understand. They really want the piece, so, and I want them to get the piece intact. But look, here's the packaging for the figure. It's in fitted foam, and then this Make sure I position it right. Wait. Yeah, this is it. This goes on top and has this little gap. What I might do is put a little bit of bubble wrap or something in there just to keep this from vibrating too much. But other than that, this will just get packed in a box. And yeah, I'm gonna bubble wrap the box and provide some cushioning. But yeah, the packaging that this WDCC stuff comes with is just so good. This is I can't show y'all too much of that because it's got like private information. But anyway, this ends up being a 3-pound package right here, and you can see it's shipping out at PirateShip, simple export rate, $23.95 for a 3-pound package. I did choose to add the insurance, $1.35. I insured it at $60 rate for $1.35. I don't usually buy insurance, but I'll insure this one. Somebody in the comments a while back mentioned how cheap their insurance was, so why not? I'll do it. And as you can see, it prints a label that is a standard 4x6 label, just like the rest of them. I don't have to resize it or anything, which is really cool. And it even puts my name and date right here, so I don't even have to sign it or anything. Like, you do have to fill out a couple of blanks on the customs part, value and weight, quantity, and then it automatically puts your name on the package. So yep, I'm digging simple export rate, and I think it's given me some extra business because of the good prices to the customer. I have one more thing I had to pull. This Sony, this is actually just a tuner, and I got $17.99 plus shipping. I wouldn't buy this normally, but I think I got it as part of a lot of stuff at a yard sale. Actually, there's a little dust on it too, so I gotta sell it, right? And it's pretty light too. It doesn't have like an amplifier in it or anything, so yeah, not bad. I think it's going out priority. All right, packages are finally away. There was a lot of packages this time. It was like 5 IKEA bags and then a couple of large packages. And by the way, Dennis, I did get your amp out. Your amp out today. It's on the way, man. So yeah, what am I gonna do now? Well, I didn't list it all over the weekend, so I wanted to do some kind of listing tonight, and I photographed all these hats. Well, I already took it down, but I had my little white background right here. I photographed all these hats. I think it's about 20 something hats that I picked up for 50 cents a piece. There's nothing like really special in here, but they're pretty cool. Some of them are. There's a railroad, Tampa Bay, Marine Corps, Merchant Marine veteran, you know, more Marines, cat, equipment, Desert Storm. So I mean, realistically, these are probably $10 hats at best. I think they're all new though, without tags, most of them. So probably $10 hats somewhere in there. But I'll get those listed just to get some activity going, and it'll be some little easy sales, little easy bread and butter type things to sell. And I'll list those tonight. All right, I'm gonna get those hats listed in just a bit, but I wanted to hit a few of these questions because there's some good ones in this one, in this last video that I just put up. This is from Epic Op MC. This one right here. It says, hey Lonnie, have a question that I can't seem to find a great answer for online. I recently picked up a big lot of collectibles. I do not have the inventory to list every day like you normally do. Would you suggest I list parts of the lot every day to show consistent listings to the eBay algorithm, or just list everything as quickly as possible? I'm really not sure what to do. I usually just get stuff up as fast as I can, but I am trying this new way out and I'm just not sure what the best way to do it is. How would you suggest I go about this? So Joe, man, questions about eBay algorithm are tough because I mean, I don't feel like anybody really knows. I do think, in my experience anyways, activity is good, like daily activity is best, but on the other hand, actually having the listings up and able to be purchased is really good too. I would lean, this is my opinion, I would lean towards getting them up as fast as possible. instead of holding back. But I mean, I guess you could do drafts and then release a few at a time, release 5 a day or whatever the numbers are like. I don't know. I think getting them all up ASAP would be best. But I don't know, like, I'm just basing that on, you know, that's what I feel like. And also, if it's a lot of similar stuff and somebody wants to buy one thing, if they saw the rest of it up at the same time, they might buy multiple items instead of just buying the one item. So having more stuff up might be better. I don't know. I think this is a good question, though. Those of you that are watching this, if you have an opinion, should he list it all as quick as possible, or should he hold some back and then release a set number a day to keep that activity going to satisfy the algorithm, supposedly? I'm not sure. Okay, Tim Williams asked, this is Tim right here. Hey, Tim. Tim asked, do you add the promote trending ad rate to your auctions? I used to flip all the time and just got back into it and see they added this option. So, okay, so I used to do trending rate, but then I stopped doing it. And for the past, I guess, month or so, on most things, I will do promoted listing, and I will add, I will do it at 1%. I only do promoted at 1%. I figured just to do a little something, and they do, a lot of them do actually sell via promoted. So I don't mind participating in promoted, but once it gets up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 10%, it's almost like paying another friggin' eBay fee again, eBay final value fee again. So I don't know. I do think the promoted listings help to some extent, there's no doubt, but I don't know to what extent. And it also depends on the item. Some items don't need to be promoted at all. You know, iPods, you don't have to promote that. A lot of video game stuff, you don't have to promote that stuff. Stuff that sells like really fast, is in high demand, there's absolutely no reason to promote it. Or even stuff that's like super specialized, like maybe yearbooks and things like that, don't necessarily need to promote that stuff either. You know, because there's not a lot of competition for that one specific item. You just got to wait for somebody that wants that one specific item. So I don't know. It is a good question. I've gone back and forth from like no promoting at all to promoting it trended to promoting at 1% is where I'm currently at. I'm just try different things. All right, a couple of you asked this question. This is or posed this situation regarding the Bibles, and I'm not going to go too far into the Bibles again. I think a lot of people gave their viewpoints, and really when it comes to selling stuff like that, or to selling anything, if it feels like something you shouldn't do, then don't do it. If it feels like it's something that's okay with you, then do it. That's the way I feel, like, as long as it's a legal thing to sell. But NJ Thur, I don't know how to say that. But I have no issue selling Bibles, but recently I was at a thrift store that gives all their books away for free. I was torn whether I should take books to resell. There were Bibles, but most were just regular books. Would you resell free books for profit from a thrift store? You know what I might do in that spot? Because there are situations where there's a church sale I go to a lot, and there's a box of free Bibles there at the exit. As you're on the way out, it says take one. I don't take those Bibles to resell, so that's kind of similar. Actually, I think one time I did. One time there was a nice Bible in there, like in the box, and I grabbed it, and they said those are free. And the way I handled it, I gave them a $5 donation. I think that particular Bible ended up selling for around 40 something bucks. So I donated $5 to them. If I don't know, like, I think if, like, in the case of the thrift store, I think I might handle it in a similar fashion. Look through the books. If you find some you want to resell, just pick them up and then make a donation to the thrift store. You know, like, pay them anyway. Maybe don't pay them as much as you might normally pay if you were just like buying the books, but give them some money for the books. Like, they want to get rid of them. So take them, give them a little money, and go about your business, you know? That same exact scenario was posed. And like in the case of, and a couple other comments, in the case of like at a yard sale, if that happened, we just want it to go to a good home. That was somebody else's comment down below. We're just glad it's going to a good home. You could take it. In that case, I would insist, say, well, I don't know. I think at that point, like if I paid for everything else, pay for everything else first, right? Just in case. And then maybe go, look, let me give you something because I'm going to resell this Bible. You know, like if you have to make this happen, like if you really want the Bible, say, here, I want to give you a little something because I'm going to resell this Bible. It's going to go to someone that wants it, but it ain't me. So I don't know. Or just pass altogether on the free stuff. I don't know. Whatever feels good to you. All right. Next question comes from, let's see. There she is. Kimberly Porter. She said, hey, Lonnie, do you know why I can't find the video on Thrift Mine with them giving Eileen the check? And instead of explaining the whole story, I'll just go ahead and give a link to that video right down below. So everybody go check out that video. I've talked about Thrift Mine before. Ryan and Pam are friends of mine. Awesome channel. And yeah, just click on that link. It's a really cool story that their viewers and them were able to do a lot of good for somebody else, or for a lot of other people. So yeah, go check that out. The video just got released today. So I kid you not, this literally just happened. Candace called me and asked me if I had any Bibles, because she had somebody that wanted one. I'm not even joking. That literally just happened. If we're ever doing a stream or something one day, y'all can ask Candace that in the chat. She will verify. I was just asked if I had any Bibles, and I do. I'm going to give this Bible away for free. Oh man, that's freaky. All right, here's a question from Artemis Gordon. This guy right here. How did you wind up doing on the Craigslist Hunter Tool Lot? I actually did very good on the Craigslist Hunter Tool Lot. I have, now not all of this is stuff that I got from him. All right, let me kind of separate this stuff out. All I have left, this big saw blade here, and then I have a bunch of these little blades, and this thing right here. So there, and this thing, whatever the heck this is. What is that? Impact drive bar thing. I don't know what the heck that is, but anyway, that's all I have left. I actually broke even on that box super quick, like within a week. And I'd have to look, like it'd be kind of hard for me to figure it out at this point, but I imagine I've made at least a couple $100 profit, like pure profit, free and clear on that box so far. And I still have those few little items in there that could take a while, but yeah, no, overall very happy for sure. All right, here's a question from MAW74656. Could you explain a little how you go about testing film cameras? How much testing is needed for those? Usually with film cameras, the most I'll do, if I even go this far, I'll wind the camera up if it's an older one, and I'll hit the shutter release, and I'll see if the shutter actuates or not. And then if it's an SLR, I might change speeds and try it out at different speeds to see if it sounds like it's operating correctly. But I don't really do any testing other than that, and I typically will say that in the listing, not film tested, sold as is, something like that. I don't get top dollar. For more information about selling cameras, I highly recommend that y'all go check out Crazy Picker Life if you're into selling, if you want to learn a lot about selling cameras. That is what they specialize in. And if you look back at some of their older videos, there is a lot of really in-depth information about testing and selling cameras there, and even photographing them, which ones are worth money, all that stuff. They are specialists in that field. So I can only go so far to answer a question like that. Okay, Allie Meyer said, how does it work when you go on vacation? Do you have to get someone to run your store while you're gone? Well, when I go on vacation, Allie, typically The only thing I will do is I will bulk edit my listings, and I will change the handling time based on how long I'm going to be gone. I'm almost never gone more than a week. So if I'm going to be gone a week, I'll bulk edit and change all my handling times to 5 days, because those are like actual business days the handling time is measured in. And then while you're gone, what you can do is you can just like slowly, like after a couple days, change all your handling times to 3 days. A couple more days, you can change all your handling times, you know, to 2 days, and then 1 day. And then finally you're back right on track. But yeah, that's how I handle it. That's all you really have to do. There's also a vacation mode setting, and all that's going to do is let the customers know when you're going to be back, but it doesn't actually change the handling time unless you make there's another thing you can do, which I don't do. You can like make your listings invisible. I don't ever do that. I like to sell when I'm gone. Like when I'm on vacation, I still like to be selling things. I've never really had a problem with somebody buying something when I've been on vacation mode, and then they're like, why isn't this shipping? And I'm like, well, the handling time says it's not going to ship till this, because they don't really pay attention to that. It hasn't been a big issue for me, but you know, if somebody had a problem with it, then I would just say, okay, no problem, I'll refund you, you know, and then relist it or whatever. So the only drawback is if you're on vacation and trying to really get away, then there may be some interaction that has to take place and stuff. But really, it's always kind of like that, because what if you're on vacation and a sale that you made last week, people have a problem with it? Well, if you wait a week or two to get back to them, like if you say, okay, I'm not answering any messages at all, you wait a week or two to get back to them, it could blow up to a big problem by then that you could have put out with a simple message. So I don't know, everybody handles vacations differently, but typically that's how I do it. I just change the handling time. All right, there are so many good questions in this video. Let's see, Grace Mall right there said, how to connect eBay with PirateShip, especially for the global standard pricing. Okay, this is going to be for US viewers only, this little part. But all right, PirateShip is right here. Well, this is PirateShip, and I'm logged into my account. So if I go to the settings, then you have account settings, and then you have this other thing called integrations. Integrations is where you click on that. Let me see what comes up. Okay, you can see from manage integration screen, I have Big Cartel, which is a store where I've been selling mugs. That's integrated. And I have eBay and eBay. There's one eBay integration for each one of my stores, so I can pull them all in right here. And then once you print the postage from here, it sends that tracking data back to the source that sent the order in to PirateShip. It works really well, and you can just connect more sources with that. So if I had some other, I don't even know how many platforms work with PirateShip, but I know quite a few do. So that's how you do that. Now, as far as simple, I think you're referring to simple export rate, which I've talked about before. This is it right here, simple export rate. That's the way I find it. I just Google it. It's easy to expand your business globally with the simplest, cheapest international shipping rates available. Just chat with us. Once you log in, excuse me, once you log in to PirateShip, you just click on this little chat thing. So yeah, this is where I actually got the simple export rate started right here. I started a chat, and within like a minute, Veronica helped me out. Hi, is there another international shipping option available? I thought I remember you guys were going to roll something out. I'm about to ship quite a few international orders out and wanted to look at options. And yep, I think you're referring to our exclusive service, simple export rate. I've enabled simple export rate for your account, right? Like, she did it just that fast. Okay, thank you. Can you tell me how it works? Never mind, clicked on the link. Thanks again, appreciate it. You're welcome, Captain. So yeah, because I clicked there and it said exactly how it works. So yeah, that's all it took. Started the PirateShip account. That's free to start. And then you got to give them, like, you know, billing information and whatnot. Add your integrations for eBay, and that'll pull the orders in. And then just request via chat simple export rate, and they'll give it to you. So that is it. It's that simple. I think that's going to be good for today. Appreciate all the good questions and comments. Y'all are awesome. And I will see y'all again tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.